G'day and welcome to a holiday special of Ranneko Plays, I guess, and Ninja Blues. We're playing one of the two minisodes that come with To the Moon now. I'm pretty sure they both take place before the original game. And with me is Jarenth.
Hi, I'm also here.
Yay.
Sadly, Justin couldn't make it, so it's not a full Ninja Blues main crew hangout. And I don't know if we would call it a Discourse Dojo either, because that's not quite what it is. So it's just an experiment. Ranneko really wanted to play this To the Moon minisode and talk about it, and I've never played them. So I'm kind of curious what's going to happen. Is it going to involve crying?
There are no guarantees here.
So yes.
I believe you have played the original To the Moon.
Yep.
This is focused on Dr. Watts, and I'm pretty sure it takes place before the main game. And as you can see, Dr. Watts is performing one of the classic stereotypical jokes.
Oh, that is a classic.
Yep. Hey, Ava. Come to my office. I've got some... Neil, where are you?
Are you going to read all of them out loud?
I think I should. I don't know. The meeting started an hour ago. And of course, because it's Dr. Watts, it has to backfire.
I mean, if you play a prank like that, it has to backfire.
I don't think I have ever seen it pulled off in anything. Actually, that's not true. I remember seeing it pulled off in Naruto.
I'm not even sure how it would work. I mean, if you balance like a bucket or a bowl of water on a door and then you open the door, doesn't the ball just fall down bottom first and knock someone on the head?
No, because it depends how the door is opened, I guess. I don't know, I've never tried it. I would not like anyone to try it. Anyway. Wait, there's no meeting today. Yeah, and I'm not dumb. Twice in one day? Really? And exactly what you just brought up. What if it hits her head without tipping over?
Yeah, I was always more Dr. Rosalie.
Yeah.
Even if she's kind of a jerk at the end of the first game.
She is kind of a jerk. But yeah, but you still made it hit my head. Yep. So, no, I don't think I will actually try and read all of it out.
Yeah, I mean, I can't really play long because there's too much of a delay.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I really like the relationship that you see between them, which does have this kind of friendly thing. It is a bit tricky to judge because, like a lot of video game relationships, sometimes it can be a little bit too antagonistic. So we've got a party downstairs that Watts for some reason doesn't want to go to.
Why would he not want to go there? Also, you're Dr. Rosalie now.
Yeah.
Should you not go hang out with Dr. Watts? Or is he changing first?
Yeah. Let's go back to her office and see what's going on. Dear diary, today I... Aw. Well, fine then. I wanted to see the diary. What else is...
She doesn't allow herself to read her own diary?
Yeah.
That is some weird... The walking is kind of weird sometimes.
It is. Let's see what's over here. Dr. Logan Boswell. Let's just try everyone's doors but Neil's. Alright, let's see what he had to show. It's not ready yet. So we're meant to go down to the party and then come back up?
With a drink.
With a drink. Maybe 2 drinks. So we've got a lot of doctors here.
Surprisingly.
I guess you don't get to operate devices that can alter people's memories without some kind of doctorate.
I wonder if these names are randomly chosen or if they're like people who are involved in the game.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good point. I haven't really thought about it. I have to say, like, the whole plot line for To the Moon really gives me a lot of pause. Just, I do not like the idea of memory-altering devices existing and being just freely used.
I mean, they do.
Yeah.
Alcohol is a memory-altering device.
It's not a very reliable one, but I'm not sure that that's better.
If you drink enough alcohol, it's going to block your long-term memory creation for a set amount of time.
I guess so. And, okay, got to get cake for Neil. Sure.
I mean, of course.
Yeah. Drink or cake?
Cake or death?
I think I'll pick cake.
Brain cell death.
Right, yes. Okay, it's a tough decision, apparently.
Depends on the drinks, but yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, new character.
Yeah, new character, Roxy. She seemed very surprised to see us. It's that time of year.
So that was what the opening scene was.
Oh, yeah, I guess
people
so.
throwing Rotten Tomatoes at the memory alteration clinic, because I think more people in this universe feel the way you do.
Yeah, and I don't think I'd go to the point of throwing rocks and tomatoes or anything, but I really don't like the idea of someone altering their memories. Well, actually, that's really what it comes down to, right?
Now.
It's their memories. And that, I most of the time, as long as it's between consenting adults and no one is harmed, I'm fine with that kind of thing. But it's just, it is something about trying to change the past that really gets at me. That's one of the reasons why I find it interesting morally.
See, I've never really had that issue.
Yeah. I mean, I would not like someone to alter my memories, right?
Well, obviously, but that's a consent issue.
But that's the fact that someone is able to edit someone's memories. Gifts, it's true.
I mean, again, these techniques are available, like hypnotists can alter your memories. And memories are very often just a reconstruction anyway. There's no such thing as having perfect memories, as far as I'm aware.
There's a story that Dr. Carl, who's a radio host and author in Australia,
and not a character in this game,
often brings up. Where it's a study about memory, where they had people go to Disneyland, and they at the end of it, they asked a series of questions, including, what was it like getting hugged by Daffy Duck? Sorry, it wasn't Daffy Duck. No, Daffy Duck is the Warner Brothers character. The entire point is that it's a Warner Brothers character. And then they asked them the same series of questions a year later, and most of them remembered being hugged by a character that could not possibly have been there, because it was suggested that they had been.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've heard of that.
Yeah.
So the devices in this game are obviously very far-fetched.
Yeah.
Because they implant memories at a very early age, and then just like the whole experience, life changes, which is a pretty hardcore simulation problem.
Yeah, no, it's just like, okay, we can come up with probable recreations based on small memory adjustments, and I'm pretty sure that most of the lives that they give people are pretty unlikely and probably a lot more remarkable than those people genuinely, lived.
Mm-hmm.
Because, well, wouldn't you?
Though in the case of To the Moon, the main character actually did live a pretty remarkable life.
He did, but not in the same, I was an astronaut and...
Order of magnitude?
Yeah, same order of magnitude. So, apparently, someone's trying to set up Rosalind with a date here. I wonder... wonder how many people ship Rosalind and Neil together.
Doesn't Neil have some sort of substance abuse problem?
Quite possibly. There's certainly implications.
I mean, that was more than hinted at.
Yeah. So
apparently it's more often that they run into problems with this thing, which suggests that the technology is still sort of in its infancy.
Yeah. I did like some of the other implications of early uses of the technology, like pirating media. It's just like, what kind of fidelity do people's memories end up being, really?
If you can create a whole new life, then chaos theory suggests that you would get a whole new set of media, but that is impossible.
Yeah, I mean,
because information cannot spawn from a vacuum.
Yeah, I mean, it's implying that you have a whole lot of it's really overestimating, I feel, how creative most people would be.
Get Neil some cake before you leave.
I was trying to. There's nothing to actually interact with on the table. There's just chatting to people. I mean, look.
Get Neil some cake.
That's right. The mouse works. Not the mouse. The keyboard works as well. There's no interactable there, so there's nothing you can. You can't actually be shown to get cake for Neil. Let's see. We'll go back down. Come on. There we go. Got the
but that one has an interactable. Yeah, now I see.
Yeah. Now if we head back to Neil, what's he doing? Actually, let's check that he's not gone into our office. Just because that's kind of character he is.
Well, it's good that you put your diary away.
Yeah. Also, I feel it's the kind of character that Rosalind is as well. Ava.
Maybe a little bit. Is Neil in one of the other offices?
Yeah, let's check him out and see what we can find. They're all showing as locked.
Maybe he's in the washroom?
Maybe, but I haven't seen any bathrooms on this floor.
The most leftward office was called Dr. Washroom.
Yes, but I think that's true. Maybe I actually missed that. Oh, well, just yep. The door was locked, Neil.
Scary music.
Yeah, indeed. So, what are we meant to do? It's fine. We've got scary music. But what's the point here?
Go back to the party?
Do we go back to the office Christmas party? Find out more about that guy that one of the doctors was trying to set us up with?
Neil, in fact.
It wasn't Neil that the doctor was trying to set him up with. It was her nephew.
I thought it was Neil who was doing the setting up.
No, it's this doctor. Yeah. It's a drink alcoholic. So, what's... Yeah, no one actually moves around and talks at the party.
Okay, so there's nothing here.
Okay. That's an interesting desire.
If only they could change his memories to
Yeah,
make him believe that he had
yeah. That it
hair so buoyant it would count as a concealed weapon.
and that it was, bad and he no longer wanted it. One of the questions is, can you back up someone's memories? Can you, what happens if you give them a different set of memories for a day and then rewrite it? Or is the reason why they only operate this on old people is that it also has a large toll on the mind? So you got to be dying anyway to use it.
Yeah, because the way the memories work, it spirals out of control.
Yeah, it's definitely implied that what happened to the old guy in To the Moon is unusual. You don't normally have them expire as the last of the memories play.
Well, that was just lucky timing.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, lucky, but yeah, the canon of the narrative is that you can't just give people completely new memories because, if they would then go on living their lives, they would find that the world is completely different.
Yeah,
if the old guy was 60 and he still had 20 years left, and he would walk up to people and say, "Hey, I'm that famous astronaut."
And they're like, "Hey, you're a crazy old person. I'm going to back away slowly."
That's gonna be weird.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And you're just gonna, wake up one day and find that the world and your memories are completely wrong.
Yeah.
So that's why it's only done to people that are on death's door, anyway.
Well, that makes sense. It's one of the more interesting things that you see in, some stories involving time travel is, the world has literally changed and does not match your memories. It's an interesting
Neil.
story hook, but it's not something you want as a person. So...
Jesus, Neil.
Yeah.
What are we supposed to be doing here?
We'll talk to everyone at the party. Come on.
Just go to the washroom. Maybe that'll work. Set up a bucket on your own door, and then ask Neil to come in.
Yes, revenge. Except
that you've already had.
Yeah, we've already had revenge, but, double revenge. The best kind.
Pre-active revenge. Pre-venge.
Yes, indeed. You were right.
Look at that, I was right.
There you go. Dr. Washroom is indeed the washroom. Well played.
But what can you do in it?
Nothing.
I mean, you should be able to do something in it. Otherwise, there wouldn't be a washroom. It would be silly.
You make a very good point, but unfortunately, the answer is nothing. I think we need to go to the party again and
Are you
talk
actually for real?
Oh, I think that I left the party early. I really hate it when games rely on completely unrelated triggers. Okay, he did say go away and do something, but seriously, there's nothing really happening at this party. We can find out more about Willis.
You still can't get him any cake, can you?
No. Okay, yeah, so I think it's just yes, okay. Talk to people enough that this guy's shown up.
That guy!
Robert Lynn. Don't go out right now? Yeah. The protesters are here to stay. And don't tell anyone else. Why don't tell anyone else, but you told me?
Well, because you already know.
But he didn't know we already knew.
Well, he said don't go out, and then you said, yeah, I know, Roxy told me.
And then it's yeah, but don't spread it.
Mm-hmm. Let the rest have their Christmas party.
Yeah.
Because this sort of stuff would totally happen with this technology.
Oh yeah, I'm not surprised. Given given the sheer potential of this technology for all sorts of mischief, it is the kind of thing that you would get a lot of protests about. And a lot of state actors probably doing it anyway. But this is I'm supposed to be using this computer for work. Jeez, how many work computers get used solely for work, really?
I'm gonna say something between 0 and 0%.
Yeah. I mean, if a computer is only used for work, that computer has to have been incredibly specialized. A computer that sees regular human interaction is almost certainly not only used for work. And she still doesn't close the door.
I mean, I only use my work computer for work, if my boss is listening.
Yeah. Well, given that I have coworkers that their only computer is their work computer, I really don't think that's how it works.
Wait, what did you just put on the table?
It looks like a rabbit. I thought this was after.
I mean, this must be after.
I thought this was before the first big game, not after. But no, apparently not. Apparently, Neil stole a rabbit.
He stole one of River's origami rabbits. That's low.
Yeah. I mean, yes, there were hundreds of them.
But no, this is definitely after the original game.
Yeah. Okay, I was completely wrong. I have played through this before, actually, but I did not remember it. It's been quite a while. And yes, no one is going to notice, but still, seriously, why did you do that? Okay. Launch the program.
Hey, remember that adventure you had?
Yeah.
Here's a reminder of that adventure you had that you remember, otherwise you wouldn't be playing this Minisode.
Yeah. That time that you were a complete jerk to me and didn't tell me what was going on. Okay.
Wait,
what?
Did he make this the previous game?
I think he made a game version of his previous adventure, and Ava is not pleased.
But it has River's theme on the background, so that makes it good.
Yeah.
Video games are art now. It's law.
They passed the laws. Now let's see how good a game maker Neil is. I suspect not that good.
I would be amused if this was just like To the Moon, the game.
So I think it is a little bit lower res than To the Moon was.
I mean, a little bit.
Now the question is, how many of these story beats are ones I remember? I think that is getting... I suspect each of these correspond to the first lot of Johnny's memories. I just remembered that the name is Johnny.
That's a lighthouse.
Yeah.
Also, there's an Ava zombie.
Yeah, I don't get the zombie.
There were Ava zombies in the section where Neil tried to stop her from doing the thing.
Oh, right. Yes, of course. Neil, do the thing.
I'm trying to keep it somewhat spoiler-free. Even though if you're watching this, you've probably played To the Moon. But just in case you haven't...
You should play To the Moon.
If you haven't, you're an asshole and you should play To the Moon.
Uh-huh.
Also, you regained a heart that you could have lost from the evil Ava zombie.
Yep. If only I hadn't gained that heart before.
Well, this is platform-tastic.
Yes, indeed. This is truly a marvel of game design.
Wait, what just changed? Go back up for a second.
Okay, sure.
Those colors changed, but what is it? Like, there's an image on the background, but I can't tell what it is.
I honestly have no idea.
Go a little further.
A little further north? Or...
Up. I mean, there is no north, but like here.
Yeah, sure.
I think that's a window, but
Yeah?
where's that Johnny? Nah, I can't tell.
Yeah, I honestly have no idea.
Like, I could see the lighthouse the last time, and he gave... The colors correspond to, like that one particular rabbit.
Whoop. Let's not get hit by the zombie. What happens if we lose this game, actually?
That's a good question. I think you'll have to start over?
Let's see. Do we have a common... Dead. Jeez, Neil. Use a dictionary.
He dead. Like, so dead. Like, super dead.
The deadest. I think this is the
thing.
bar.
Go get the thing from the kid.
Yeah, I was just trying to see where I meant to go. Oh, whoops, that was going that way.
Go get the thing from the kid. What are you doing? There's a kid right there.
Oh, right, yes. No, now I gotcha. I know what's going on, and I'm paying attention to things. That's the jar of pickles. Because, you know, Neil loves pickles.
Sure, I remember those things. Now you can go to the place where you were going.
Yeah. There was that whole thing with disabling his taste buds. Or not disabling his taste buds. Okay.
I'm guessing that you don't want to run into slimes?
Oh, right. I think these are like the olives or whatever it is that Neil hates. Except I'm about to be dead. Because I am good at video games.
You dead?
I dead.
Like so dead?
Like 7.
Like super dead?
Ah! Alright, I'm gonna regain that heart. And then... Once you rack off, I'm gonna go through and try this again.
You can do it. I believe in you.
So we have to not run into these olives, or whatever it is they're meant to be.
You're probably right.
Aha! Perfect
tap,
timing.
Tap, 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 tap.
Yep.
Ah, but look at that, an olive launcher.
And there we go. I don't get why the hearts are contained by small green fuzzy things.
What are those? Is that a backpack?
I have no idea.
They look very backpackish.
This is longer than I expected as well. I think the entire point is, we're like going through the major beats, or things that symbolize the major beats of the original game. Where are we going?
No, you actually did that without getting hit.
Yeah, I was pretty surprised, quite frankly. Not what I anticipated.
There was a secondary path below there. I wonder where that went.
Yeah, same. And it looks like we've been rumbled.
Because Ava didn't close the fucking door.
I know! Wow! They were really engrossed in a very simple
Everybody
game.
is there.
Surprise!
Hey, Neil.
How long have you been standing there? Aha! As anticipated. Slacking off.
I mean, this isn't particularly slacking off. It takes a lot of work.
Yeah. I'm impressed that each of them get their own office. Clearly, the open floor plan office is a thing of the past.
I don't get the open floor plan office, honestly. I've seen it just today. And it was like, you have no privacy here. That is very annoying.
That is also very intentional.
Yeah, but it's... I can go fucking cattle. Give me a door I can close.
Yeah, no, I can understand that. I've literally never worked in a place that didn't have it, though. I
You should
like
come work at my place. I have 3 offices right now.
That's pretty handy.
I know.
You can just move office when the previous one fills up with junk.
Something in that vein.
I've always worked in open offices. I think part of the reasoning is just it's a lot easier to talk to other people because you don't have to literally go to their space to do it. And you always can go into someone's space because they have no privacy. That said, I've also always liked to try and have an edge kind of seat in that arrangement, so I do have some privacy. Neil just realized we did not get him a drink.
Or cake.
Or cake, it's true. Because Ava is a jerk. I bet she'll drink his coffee. It's his left sitting there.
And then steal the rabbit that he stole.
Yeah. I guess we need to go to someone that will actually give us something.
I'm pretty sure it's that one. The one with
we can check the one with the...
did you not see the one
the
with
platypus? I don't think... Oh, you're right. It does give us something.
The platypus has been the indicator of stuff happening in the whole game so far.
Maybe
But these
I
are
should
garbled
pay more
memories.
attention.
So that one was the actual river, and the others are just like all glitches, I think.
Yeah, no, that would make sense.
And then we have to give them to...
And then here
What
we
happens
have
if you run
the-
into one of those grey things?
Nothing. You can't. They're solid blocks.
Oh, that's strange.
But yeah, this would be the... Oh god. For some reason, his memories are stuck because we drugged him and made him forget that he had a younger sibling.
Well, they did.
Spoilers. Yeah. That's true. They did. That was the, That was definitely the feels point of the game for me.
I mean, that was kind of intentional, the feels point of the game, yeah, but...
It's true.
And then there's also the section where you think Ava's going to do a really bad thing, and you can't stop her, and then it turns out, oh, you're going to the moon! Look at that.
Yeah.
Aw, that's cute.
Yeah, and here's the nighttime meeting, I guess?
I mean, you just literally went to the moon.
It's true, we did, and gave her a soft toy.
The platypus. Don't tell me you forgot about the platypus.
And here is where Ava is dicking us about.
Apparently it's still a sore spot for Neil.
I wonder why. Also, you lose control. But Ava is the one playing it.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's really the point of the game.
Is she going to put water on the door? No.
That would have been amusing. But I think it hit her what she did.
I think that's probably the intent. But then it might actually be that there is a final spot where he's like, no, you were right and I was wrong, because it all worked out perfectly.
Maybe. Let's go to the party.
You're not going to go check out Ava's office?
I could, yeah. I'm pretty sure that's what the game wants me to do.
Or you can go to the washroom. And wash your hands off the whole thing. She's not even there.
I wonder
Steal her
if we
diary.
hadn't gone there, if we could have read the diary.
That's a good question. Does this game have replayability? That's basically what you're asking.
I mean, I'm not going to replay it. I mean, technically I am, but I'm replaying it well enough past this point that I completely forgot what I did.
So is she in one of the stalls before you walk out again?
Oh, yeah, I guess. There's nothing... Again, there's just nothing to actually interact with here.
Alright.
It's just acknowledging that they have a bathroom and making a doctor joke. Come on. I mean, we clearly she has to have gone into something else, unless there's more than 2 floors to this building, which in retrospect is not a bad assumption. But we'll check the other offices.
But yeah, these are the points of To the Moon that you don't remember very much when you talk about it. It's the endless walking around, rubbing on things to figure out what the next step was.
Yeah, no, you're exactly right. To the Moon had a really great story. It didn't really have much to it beyond that. There was walking around and talking to people, and there was randomly doing flip puzzles.
Which didn't matter.
Which literally didn't matter, but had a point score anyway. Of course. Ava is upset, and Neil is to blame. He has a reputation for a reason. Really? The nicest way, Roxanne.
I meant that in the nicest possible way, which is probably still not very nice.
Okay, now we need to go check upstairs. Let's just check other people.
Get the cake, get the cake, get the cake.
I assume he already had cake. And again, for all of the mention of cake, you can't have Neil get cake or drink.
Cake or Neil? Cake or Neil?
Come on. Let's see. Feel my hair. Feel it. What? Oh, of course, because he was the one talking about wanting hair that could conceal a weapon.
That would be a weapon. If you put a hat on it, he said it would be a concealed weapon.
Yes, of course.
That's how buoyant his hair is supposed to be.
What the heck is that meant to be? Anyway, let's just head on. We've gone to a different floor.
New game assets.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, there's also a lot of recycled game assets, but, you know.
Aw, they're gonna be sad.
Yeah.
Because she was a jerk in the previous game.
Yeah. And yeah, I think you were exactly right. There is stuff that basically says, but she was right.
I mean, she was right. It would just have been nice if she told you. So, hey, I have this idea. It's really clever.
Yeah. Don't tell me you're upset about the Zombavies.
That is the laziest wordplay I've seen in a while.
Indeed. Microaggressions.
That's not...
Microaggressions.
Yeah, that's not a good thing to say, Neil. Don't be a jerk.
Yeah.
But he's just being defensive.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, if you are using terms like even I can't contain my moves, pretty sure no one has anything to worry about. Let's look at the people throwing stuff at us.
Aww.
Record show up. And it's sunset. Christmas party, sunset. Where are they based? I'm assuming somewhere in the US. What time is sunset?
I'm gonna say 5 or 6.
Yeah. Because, you know, it's not that long. I mean, it's a decent amount of time, but,
Depends on what side of the US, but if it's northern more, then it would be earlier.
yeah. This is something that I've actually been increasingly aware of about winter in Europe. Is, damn, the sun goes down so early.
For those of you who are not aware, Ranneko here used to be from Australia. Or was it New Zealand?
I'm still from Australia.
No, Australia.
I live in Europe now.
Used to live in Australia, yeah, that's what I wanted to say.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah. And also, Christmas time means winter here for some strange reason.
I mean, that is how the world works, except Australia and all the other southern hemisphere countries.
Yeah.
We call them Bizarro World.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's a clever thing. What Neil's saying is very clever. Because it's true, it's like the people who are happy about things rarely make a fuss. That's why you see more negative reviews than positive.
Yeah, it's true.
Also, what did he just do?
He just activated some kind of memory thing. And yeah,
Or is it just a book?
definitely, yeah. The way that you justify this job is to actually be like, hey, we are making people happy. Which isn't exactly a bad thing. And he's recycling someone else's profound words about his job. Yeah. Yeah, okay, so I guess, normally they do basically die once their memories are altered. How?
I think it might be a big shock to the system.
Yeah. How did this ever reach commercial viability?
I still don't see why you have so much of a problem with it.
I mean, it's not like you get reviews.
It's like, hey, if you want to have happy memories before you die, everybody wants that.
It's true, but, I mean, how do people know that is what they're doing? What if they're just going and killing old people in such a way that generates a smile?
That is a good question.
They're not going to really get to say anything. Of course, you got to finish with that, don't you? Don't you, Neil?
But I think you could actually show the memory stuff, on the screen, because that's what they do.
Yeah, I guess so. But it's just... any business which is like, yeah, this is totally going to kill Gramps, but look how happy he will be. And you just have to pay us a fairly large sum of money to do it.
Well, I mean, I think the idea is that he's criticizing his own game here. That's clever.
Yeah, exactly.
But those people are gonna die anyway. That's, it's not like they're... Is that really what's gonna happen?
Fireworks and pom-poms. Really?
Should go finish it then. Nah. I might be lying.
I suspect he is full of crap.
Hey, sound.
Yeah, indeed. I would not like to have to call... What? Oh, it's time for another job.
It's time to duel memories.
Yeah, let's row battle. So I guess this is where the minisode ends. Where they actually have to leave through the protesters to do that job.
I mean, I assume there's a back exit.
Maybe. I love the change in camera focus. It just doesn't work as well when you're dealing with really giant pixelated sprites. But that's a holiday special. That's one of 2 holiday specials, which, as I actually was telling Jarenth before we started, they are kind of not obvious to get at. If you have it on Steam, they're just go into your To the Moon folder, and there will be 2 folders with Minisode 1 and Minisode 2. Because that's clearly how you should get at games like this.
That's how it works.
Yeah. It does let you see a lot more of... Despite the fact that it's restricted to one location, you find out a lot more about the world and the just what's going on in it. Which is kind of interesting how much they pull off with a half hour, or almost at this point 1 hour long game, where Jarenth and I mostly talk over the top about completely different things.
I mean, that is what you do in a podcast.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, I hope you had fun. Thanks for joining, Jarenth. It's been good.
Yeah, anytime. But what holidays to make it the second minisode? Is that also a holiday, or?
I believe so. I'm not sure. I actually haven't played that. We could do that some other time if you'd like.
Or is that a bird story?
No, there's also then a bird story, which I haven't played.
Oh, well, Justin and I did a podcast on it that hasn't actually been released, but we did talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
Or has it been released? I don't remember.
I don't think it has. Yeah.
Oh, we'll release it at some point. But yeah, thanks for listening, everybody. See you next time.
Yep. Until next time. Bye.